Hi everyone, I've been doing a bit more work today on my astrology, and after the healing weekend I went to the astrology talk as well, which was really interesting. So today I want to talk to you about decantes, I think it's called, and also the cusp. I did record this video but I don't know what happened to it. Okay, it's decanates. I keep getting the pronunciation wrong, so forgive me. Alright, so this refines and individualizes the characteristics of the sign. So as we know, can't just judge it based on the sun sign, and it seems to me that all these different groups and things being split up give us even more level of detail for each of the different signs. So it's divided into three parts, and each part is called a decanate or whatever the hell it is. Anyway, so the zodiac is 360 degrees, and each of those decanates or whatever is 10 degrees, which is 10 days long. And so the sun moves 1 degree every day. So the first 10 days of a sign is known as the first decante or whatever. So then you got the first, the second and the third decante or whatever. And then for each of those, the book that I'm reading gives you a key word about that particular sign, a constellation, and also a planetary ruler. So I have done a little worksheet, gotta love a worksheet, well, I've done my family one, and I've also created some tables because I just can't. I like to see things in like a grid. Anyway, I'm going to show you what it looks like, but it's not going to blow your mind. So you've got the first, the second and the third. I will try and get the pronunciation right as I go forward. You've got the key word and then the planetary sub-ruler, and there is a constellation, but I haven't put it in here. It's way too much information. So for Aries, if you're born in the first decanate or whatever, it's inspiration, and the planetary ruler is Mars. If you're born in the second, it's innovation, and your planetary sub-ruler is the sun. And then if it's the third, it's foresight, and the planetary sub-ruler is Jupiter. And then I've got like a worksheet with all of them in. Ta-da! So now it's easier for me to work it out. So the first part of the star sign, so for example, let me just shift over here to all the dates. So the first for Aries would be from the 21st of March for 10 days. So that's the first decanate or whatever, decanate thing, you know what I mean? And then 10 days after that, and then the last 10 days up to the 19th is the third. So that all gives you even more detail about your sign. So I'm going to show you in the book so you can see a bit more info. So here you've got it. So the key word, as I said, is inspiration. There's all the constellations, and then the sub-ruler is Mars. So this gives you a bit more information if you're born between the 21st of March and the 31st of March. So that's the 10 days. And then it says Mars is both your ruler, blah, blah, blah. So it gives you all some info. And then if you're born in the second one, it's innovation and sun, and it's between the 1st and the 10th. And then the third is the 11th to the 19th. So next I want to talk about the cusps. Now I always understood about cusps in terms of where you're born, like at the end of one sign, beginning of another. So it's like you're between the two. But reading this book, it is that, but and people refer to it like you're on the cusp of Aries or whatever. So this is where the sun doesn't move into a new sign at exactly the same moment every year. So if your birthday's either at the beginning or the end of a sign, then you could be born on the cusp. And there is some debate about how long that is. Some people say 10 days or whatever, but the book I'm reading has said 5 days. So basically, if you're born within the first 5 days or last 5 days of a sign, then you're born on the cusp. That's just the name they give it. So, and that means there'll be the influences of both signs. So, and one of those signs will be stronger than the other. So when you read stuff, you may relate to one over the other, which I thought was really interesting. So let's have a little look. So, for example, if you were born on the 14th of April, that's on the cusp of Taurus. So that's in the last 5 days and then moving into the next one. So that's how it's worked out. Or if you're born, I don't know, the 23rd of May, for example, that is Gemini, and then within the last 5 of this month. So that would be Taurus. So that's how it basically works. So in the book, it will say born 21st of March through the 25th, and then born the 15th through to the 19th. So it gives you those two. And again, this is about getting more specific about your characteristics and personality and who you are, so that, you know, a lot of these things I'm learning, they're broken down even into more detail, so to give you an even more accurate representation of yourself, your characteristics and stuff. So in this book they split it up of all of the signs that you can see even more information. So next time I'm going to look at astrology and health.